The people that freaked out and sold it for $2.74 are probably face-palming right now. I'm willing to wager. Where are the backbone folks, really? Watch as we cruise at $3.04. All right, of course. There is no foolproof proof that what we just witnessed, which, to me, screams retest, was the bottom. But here's the thing. I'm going to show you why so many chart analysts are happy that this is it. They believe that the market, including XRP, was at its lowest point. Now, as I speak to you, we are comfortably above $3, or more precisely, $3.04. We touched $3.09 just a few hours ago when I began recording this. Some people were liquidated, but for us XRP holders, it has been quite the journey. I'll take you through the opinions of a number of chart analysts, including some quite knowledgeable XRP chart specialists. We're only getting warmed up, one of them adds bluntly, and I completely agree with him. In fact, I believe that the most of the price movement that XRP will see this cycle is yet in the future. Perhaps we have only glimpsed a small portion of what lies ahead. Here's why I believe that. Although I'm not attempting to call precise prices here, this way of thinking does have some historical support. Examine the previous two market cycles. After a single large pump, XRP essentially moved sideways for around 6 months. Then suddenly the second big pump. That second pump was huge when it finally played out, but it took a long time. In monetary terms as opposed to the first one. I'm talking about something much larger. The first pump appeared to be worthless as a result. Why, therefore, wouldn't we witness something comparable this time? What else is there to do in this situation? From here, XRP hardly doubles and peaks at $5, perhaps $6, or $650. To be honest, I have no idea what will occur. It just seems hard to believe, and I'll be the first to acknowledge that. For the greater part of 10 years, XRP sat there solidifying. Legal certainty has now arrived, and it is no longer being unduly delayed. After all that waiting, it reaches a couple all-time highs, narrowly surpassing its previous peak from nearly a decade ago, and then simply ends. Like, I'm done here, all right. For me, that's sufficient. Indeed, I really doubt it. I do. But before I continue, I want to make one thing very clear. I have absolutely no experience in finance. You shouldn't purchase or sell anything based on what I'm saying here, and I'm not offering you financial advice. I'm recording this on August 4th, 2025. Where has this year gone, really? It's been completely insane. I predict that there will be a lot more fireworks in the second half than there were in the first. After that crazy run-up at the close of 2024, we had a ton of sideways movement in 2025. In any case, XRP is currently trading at $3.04. Take a look at this 24-hour graph. This is some very beautiful stuff. $3. That is a huge increase from $2.74 the other day. We increased steadily from $2.74 to $309. That's on the panic sellers, but ouch for them. I won't mince words. After hitting its 24-hour peak a few hours ago at $115,738 alongside XRP, Bitcoin is also looking strong at $114,781. All of this comes only a little above 112K after rising back from those lows. Thus, in late-stage bull markets, this gem was dropped by chart analyst Bob Lucas, who has 347,000 followers. After a respectable sell-off, you really don't want to remain pessimistic for too long. That's precisely what happened just now. This is basically the name of the game, which is why I said, come on, people, this isn't sticking around. When everything was crashing and burning the other day. Even in these late-stage bull markets, it is quite typical and occurs frequently in the cryptocurrency space. Yes, even as these runs come to a close, there are still erratic swings. This is nothing new, and it made no sense to panic sell or become very emotional about it. Did we really have to wait that long? Boom, we're back on our feet. Many analysts are quite certain that this was our lowest point. Oh, and have a look at this. Are you able to see the CNBC video? Tom Lee is right there. He does his thing on CNBC all the time. He also owns and operates his own investing company. He has a really strong track record. You see, no one is always correct. I say it all the time, but his accuracy rate is just remarkable. The worst part is still to come. He believes that this month will see the S&P 500 soar to several new all-time highs. Therefore, if that is indeed going to happen, perhaps the analysts who are predicting that XRP would soar this month are right. Look, no one can regularly get the timing right on these things. I remind folks of that all the time. However, given that we are nearing the end of this bull run, it is reasonable to believe that such a scenario may occur. I believe that people will become more at ease taking chances, not only in the stock market but also with alts. This trend is coming, people. A full-fledged alt season is on the horizon. To be honest, I don't think we're that far away. Based just on past trends, we are extremely similar. It's strange how history keeps repeating itself. If Tom Lee is correct in his assessment of the S&P 500, then that is truly ideal. Since everything fits together, we refer to that as confluence. This is what Javan Marks, a chart analyst, posted. This examines Bitcoin. Bitcoin is rising immediately after that retest, he added. According to him, this might start a trend that pushes us well over $135,000. And pay attention. I'm only giving you a few examples here, but a ton of analysts are expressing the same opinions. Simply said, the experience we had during the last 2 days was a retest. No huge deal. The market jumped up and then dropped back down to check that level. It's prepared to continue charging at a greater rate. This is the post made by Mustache Bitcoin. What if this correction was just a retest? He asks, examining this Bitcoin chart. It appears that Bitcoin recently emerged from a 7-month-old inverted head and shoulders pattern. Where does he believe it is going? 155K to 161K. According to him, dips are for purchasing, and he has that traditional line. You'll also tell me that a large portion of it doesn't go into XRP.